Jordan!
Iain!
Who bought a new microphone and all of a sudden loved how their voice sounded so much that they quit everything else in their life to go be a WrestleMania announcer?
Adele?
No. Two guys. What? Hello and welcome to episode 165 of Two Guys What's Up, the weekly comedy podcast where I may not really be an announcer, but one guy who does have an announcement is this guy. It's Jordan. Jordan, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I have got some exciting news, Iain.
Oh God, tell the people, Jordan.
I was the best handwriter in primary school.
You were indeed, buddy.
Thank you. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't that, was it? Sorry, wrong notes.
Oh.
It was that we now have a Two Guys hotline WhatsApp number.
Oh, yeah. We sure do.
We do. So that means that anybody listening to this can go and hit us up on WhatsApp, send us any questions you might have, send us anything that you may want us to read on the podcast, maybe some pictures or videos. I'm really excited. So the number, everybody, get prepared, put this in your phone.
Yeah, pen and paper.
Yeah, grab a pen and a pencil, maybe even a whiteboard marker.
Yeah, get your trusty whiteboards out.
And a Sharpie. Try this, write it on your forehead.
Backwards, though, so you can read it in a mirror.
Or as some people like to say, forehead. Here is the number. 07395 840 199. Again, that is 07395 840 199. That is the Two Guys hotline number.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine if we had a weird caller just now.
Oh, the phone's ringing.
It's that hacker.
Quick thing I just have to say, the phone is not 100% of the time in internet connection.
Yes.
So if you send a WhatsApp, it might not go through straight away. Don't be alarmed. As soon as I walk back into the land of internet connectivity, it will pop through. So, we want to hear creepy stories. We want to see creepy photos, questions for us. We kind of figured people might not be bothered to click the link, go to the link tree, open the email, send an email. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean, that's so 2000s, isn't it?
Exactly. What the fuck? What even is that shit anymore? Email, ball bag mail, I call it. You've got your phone in your hand right now. Stick that number in and just send us some shit, If you want to tell me how beautiful my voice sounds and why you yet haven't sent me my birthday present, because it's been a few weeks, then, pop it in a message. Send it on over. We will read it out.
We absolutely will.
And don't worry, you will remain anonymous.
Unless you want us to tell everybody who you are.
Yeah, but we're not going to be like, so Bill at number 47 West Street says...
of 0785.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that.
We're not going to do that. We're cool guys.
The other thing, just to tease a thought, this is maybe in preparation, really ahead of time, for a little celebratory episode 200, which we are currently kind of in the works of, and this may tie in.
Oh, yeah.
But that's just a little tease.
Little fucking tease right there. See you there. I mean, what?
Well, maybe. We'll find out. We're not sure yet where we need to be, so...
Yeah, we'll see you there.
Maybe.
Tickets on sale now.
No, they're not, Iain.
Oh, I better take that down. Shit, sorry.
We don't even have a date. So, yeah, it's massively exciting. With that, Iain, how are you?
I am very well, Jordan. Thank you very much. I woke up, right? And today was the kind of day where I woke up.
Well, that's good.
And I just thought, I want to go straight back to bed. But you, in your infinite wisdom... You always do what's right for me, and you were like, let's record at 11:30 today. So I had to stay awake. So I have, done stuff around the house. I've got tea ready for tonight. It's in the slow cooker. That was just for you.
Yeah, well done.
I go against every bone in my body telling me to say it the correct way, but, just for you.
Well,
slow
no,
cooker.
it's all right. It's a good time to learn. Better than never.
I mean, you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Oh, you can.
And I am a very old dog.
Sit.
Joke's on you. I'm already sat down.
Oh, yeah, that good. You just preempt what I'm going to say.
Yeah. Which is weird because I always find things in my mouth. So how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. It occurred to me that in the intro question, I'd never before said Adele, which feels weird considering she's one of the biggest recent stars, I guess.
Yeah.
She's known worldwide.
I think she's old news now, isn't she? Adele who is what I say.
What prompted it is that I came across a catering requirements leaked document that was from 2011.
Oh, right, so very recent then.
Oh, it's not even in 10 years, is it? Christ, we are getting old.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought you'd find this interesting. So imagine that you were in North America. It's August 2011. The document says this was for Adele 21 tour, and the catering and dressing room requirements are as follows. All dressing rooms are for the exclusive use of Adele, band and technicians. All dressing rooms must be clean and furnished/decorated to standards suitable for an international touring artist. Ooh. All dressing rooms should have access to private toilets and shower facilities with hot and cold running water. All dressing rooms should be equipped with adequate 240-volt electrical outlets. All dressing rooms should have adequate air conditioning/heating/ventilation facilities to maintain an ambient temperature of 20 degrees Celsius.
And after all that, the people who ran this venue were like, shit, we've got to upgrade the barn then. Because, no rooms come with those facilities anymore. That's old news, having a fucking running water, having a toilet.
It's like, oh, Keith, we're going to have to get rid of the cardboard box, aren't we?
With Adele written on it.
It says, all dressing room food and beverage to be presented in first-class professional manner and to include all required cutlery, glasses, plastic glasses, hot cups, mugs, plates, napkins, cool boxes, bottle openers, corkscrews, etc.
Okay.
All beverages, except where stated, should be served ice cold, and that's in uppercase, where appropriate. And also in uppercases, adequate refrigeration and/or ice boxes are essential, in italics.
Oh, in italics.
Yeah, so they
Fancy.
really mean business, yeah.
Someone's experimenting with Microsoft Word.
And then it goes on to say, in Adele's own personal dressing room, what she requires.
God, right, go on. I don't know where this is going.
It starts off with 12 small bottles of still, non-carbonated spring water at room temperature.
Not ice cold then?
No, not ice cold, not for the singer.
Oh, God, right, okay.
It will shock your vocals, Ian.
Right, I did not know that.
That would be like you getting into an ice bath and then drumming.
Yeah, drumming under any circumstances, mate.
To be honest, though, your head, you could actually really do it, couldn't you?
Yeah, I'm a fucking machine, pal.
You are. And then there is one electric kettle for boiling water. I guess, she's British, she wants her cups of tea. I get it.
It's a fucking mug of cha, yeah.
What?
Have you never heard that?
Mug of cha?
Yeah, like people say, oh, yeah, I'll have a cup of cha. It's a cup of tea.
Never ever heard that. That's just wrong.
You're not Yorkshire.
I mean...
It's saying something when the Scottish guy's more Yorkshire than the Yorkshire guy.
Cup of cha. I've never heard that. Right, if anyone has ever heard that, please WhatsApp us.
Yeah, please.
I'll tally it. Then they ask for 6 large mugs for tea. All mugs should be new, washed and dried. 6 metal teaspoons. 2 squeezy, quote-unquote, bottles of clear honey. Not organic, interestingly. 1 bottle of the very best quality red wine, either Italian, French or Spanish. 1 assortment of chewing gum. 1 pack of Marlboro Light plus 1 disposable cigarette lighter.
No, Adele. You're not allowed a cigarette.
Shock your vocals.
Exactly, yeah.
It'll really do her in when she had a smoke and then ice water.
Yeah, 1 puff of a Marlboro and then a nice glug of ice cold water. She's like, I'm ready. She's like, toes off. Get me out of this cardboard box.
But before she calls the tour off, she can enjoy 1 selection of fresh fruit to include bananas, apples, grapes, fresh berries, but no citrus fruit in uppercase.
What?
Because of course, Ian, could shock your vocals.
Well, I think the cigarette and the water's probably done enough damage.
And then finally, a small plate of assorted, freshly made, individually wrapped sandwiches to include chicken salad. Sandwiches must not contain tomatoes, vinegar, chili, or citrus fruit. So that chili, tomato, orange sandwich is a no-go for her.
Yeah, the local delicacy.
And it goes on to say about what the rest of the band require, but no one really cares about them.
Of course, yeah, it's just the people that do the music and stuff. So
no one goes to see the band, do they?
I have an interesting question, John. Let's say, right, we hit international stardom and we start doing tours all around the world.
We have? Well, have we?
Not yet. Not until episode 200 when people really see our true potential.
Of course.
Tickets on sale now.
No, they're not.
What would be on your rider?
I would definitely have cups of tea because I love a good cup of tea. Maybe even some coffee pods as well.
Okay. A Dolce Gusto machine.
Yeah, your Dolce Gusto, coffee pods, maybe even the cappuccino ones if you're feeling fancy. But I guess at this point, I can, can't I?
Do whatever the you want, pal.
I'd maybe also have your mum and dad create pizzas.
Ian's mum and dad in bold.
I'd definitely like that. That would be lovely. Maybe, I don't know, I'm really into, at the moment, Haribo Tang Fastics.
Okay.
So I'd probably have some of them to hand as well. And then beyond that, I mean, I don't really need a lot more. I'm kind of set, really. Maybe bottles of water as well.
Okay, yeah, I think that makes sense.
But nothing massively extravagant. I wouldn't be asking for the finest champagne and things like that.
You know, I've always thought about this because I've been in bands before.
Of course.
With the dreams of international stardom and touring the world and stuff like that. And I don't understand what artists feel gives them the right to demand such mental shit in their room. Like,
Yeah.
If I'm turning up to a venue, I go, right, I've got to be there by 5 p.m., you know, to get ready for the gig.
Yeah.
Or the show, whatever. I'll stop and get a fucking sandwich on the way, or I'll eat tea with my family before we go, or I'll stop at a restaurant, you know.
Yeah.
Then I plan my time so that I arrive at the venue for the time I'm supposed to be there, and then I'm preparing for the show. I don't need anything. If I want a cup of tea, I'll say to a stagehand, excuse me, mate, is there a kettle anywhere I can make a cup of tea? I wouldn't be like, I want 50 fucking tea bags in my room, or I'm going to kick off.
I'm going to count them for you.
Yeah, and each tea bag must contain 55 individual tea leaves.
There's 56!
Someone's losing their fucking job. It's probably me for kicking off and being a little diva.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, it does remind me, it feels very diva-ish because actually I'm just looking at the band's dressing room rider requirements and...
Oh, God.
I mean, again, they're in North America, aren't they? So they're not at home where they're accustomed to.
Yeah.
And it specifically says... 12 times selection of bottles of the best quality European lager or beer, i.e. Beck, Stella, Peroni, etc. American beer not acceptable.
Good God.
Yeah, so they do not want the local stuff.
No.
And then the best quality Californian red wine. All right, they're all right with that.
Oh, yeah. American wine, grand.
And then a bottle of the best quality Californian white wine chilled, no Chardonnay.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
If I was going to have anything on a rider, right, I would have to have a proper deep think about what I probably actually need. Like bottles of water, you know, that's grand. But I'm not going to need like 30 of them. You know, just a big bottle of Buxton or something. That'll do me.
What about North American version?
I don't give a fuck, mate. Water's water.
Just have tap water at this point.
But I mean, even then, I can stop at a shop on the way and pick myself one up.
You could. But maybe not if you got the stardom level of Adele.
I could easily just get someone to do it for me.
I guess that's what they're doing, aren't they?
Yeah, but you don't need... Right, my problem with it is, you order all this stuff. Like, say I'm like, right now, right, sat in my chair, and I'm like, oh, mate, I could really go for a Chinese buffet.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to go to that place that you and I love so much, and I'm going to eat everything, right? Just I tell you what, I'm going to go there on the 20th of February, just have it all cooked and ready for me, so when I go there, I'm just ready to eat, right? And that's similar to a rider. You know, you got a gig, you have your stuff there for you. But then I wake up on the 20th, and I'm like, I feel ill, or I'm not really hungry, or, you know, I'm not really in the mood for that anymore, and it just goes to waste.
Right.
So if you have all this shit ordered into your room and you get there, you're like, I'm running late. No time for 800 cups of tea or 55 bottles of spring water. I've just got to run on stage. All that shit gets wasted then.
Oh, I better have an orange.
I'll just leave a quick fag. Which is cigarette, by the way, for our American listeners.
Of course, yes.
But, you know, like you could, on the tour bus on the way, you know, you got to stop for fuel sometimes.
True.
Driver, while you're out, would you mind just going to W.H. Smith and getting us a bottle of water, please? Done.
I guess. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's for convenience, isn't it, I suppose? And maybe she might have been doing a number of nights in the same location, so...
Is she stuck in said cardboard box for the entirety of the 4 nights, or can she go back to a hotel room and make herself a cup of tea there?
I have no idea, Ian, because I don't have that level of thought for stardom.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if it ever happens for us, you know, maybe I'll realise the relevance of a rider. But at the moment, I'm just like, I'll bring my own water, thanks. I can plan ahead. I'm not like sat in my house and then my wife goes, oh, you've got a gig in 5 minutes. And I'm like, oh, I hope everything's already there for me because I haven't eaten or drank anything all day. You know, I can plan what I'm going to be doing on the day.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, fair enough. I totally get it. I just thought it was interesting.
Oh, very interesting. And it's brought up a very interesting conversation.
I find it very fascinating, and it's a little glimpse into a life that you'll probably never, ever experience.
Yeah, but, you know, as I'm getting older, I'm kind of starting to realize, do you want that life? I mean, the music industry is rife with politics, you know, and you got to bend over backwards. It's not like artists just be like, yeah, I'm the boss because I'm the one that produced the music. It's the people behind it. It's like, we own you, your music, your voice, your image, and you make us money. And if you don't, you're out on your ass.
There is a bit of a shift now, isn't there, with TikTok and particularly social media, where it kind of negates any need for labels and things like that nowadays.
Yeah. It does seem to be a dying industry, but do you know who isn't implementing that to 100% of their ability? Us!
That's because we're shit.
Yeah, I am so bad at social media. If anybody wants to be our social media person, you know, the social media department.
Not a hacker.
No, not a hacker. No, we just want social media for two guys. What's up? Apply through the WhatsApp number. It's unpaid at the moment until, you know, you start getting us people listening, you get us revenue, then we'll start paying you.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be pittance.
Very likely. But we'll give you a shout out.
It might even be pitter, bread. We'll pay you in bread.
It'll be the cheapest.
Yeah.
We're not talking Hovis.
It's going to be Sainsbury's own. Sorry.
No, it's going to be Lidl.
Yeah, too top tier in it, Sainsbury's. But Jordan, just before we carry on, do you want to read out that number just one more time? Which also will be written down below in the description, by the way. So you don't have to listen to us yammer on if you don't want to. Just skip to like 25 minutes when we actually start.
The number is 07395 840 199.
Smashing news, Jordan.
Beautiful.
So what have you got coming up for us today?
I have for you a collection of the most unhinged paranormal encounters.
Fuck yes, I love it when you do this to me.
I thought you liked the other thing.
What, like 10 rules to not drown?
No, the other thing.
No, the other thing. All right, I still don't know what it is, but since you said it like that.
Cups of coffee when you come over.
You know, I'll take one.
Anyway, that's what I will be doing. And what have you got for us?
Well, Jordan, picture this. You found yourself on the edge of human experience, maybe through a ritual, or maybe you've been catapulted there on a DMT-fueled psychedelic trip. But just as the reality starts to peel back, and just as you feel like you're approaching something vast and unfamiliar, you find something in your way. It's not attacking, but it isn't welcoming either. Jordan, it seems like you've happened upon a guardian of the threshold.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Please tell me more.
I would love to, Jordan. But first, if people like what they're hearing today and they want to hear more, where can they find it?
Well, Ian, it is funny you should ask, because we have Patreon, where there are currently 32 bonus episodes, as well as branded t-shirts and mugs, all starting from just £3 a month, or about $5. The links are in the description of this episode.
Beautiful. So, Jordan, with that, shall we crack into the good stuff of today?
Why not, Ian?
Alrighty, me old pal. Let's go! Okay, so let's start with the modern stuff. DMT trips. For years now, people have been submitting detailed first-hand accounts of their experiences to places like Erowid, which is a long-running archive that catalogues reports of encounters of psychoactive substances, but also places of more formal research like MAPS, which stands for the Multidisciplinary Association for Psychedelic Studies, which is a legitimate scientific organization that studies psychedelics in clinical and therapeutic settings.
Okay.
Sorry about the boring stuff right at the beginning then. It's the last time, I swear. Yeah, wake up, Jordan. Your DMT's here.
Has my rider arrived?
It has, yep. 15 grams of DMT.
I didn't order it, though.
Oh, sorry. Cups of tea. My mistake.
Perfect.
DM cha. But Jordan, what's interesting is that whether those reports came from casual users writing online or from people whose experiences are discussed in research, the same odd detail keeps cropping up.
Right.
These people find themselves trundling along the DMT realm, tra-la-la-la-la, when all of a sudden they come to a place. Sometimes it's a door, sometimes it's a curtain, sometimes it's just a light on the horizon. But this place is a hard limit, and that is the threshold. And this is where people report encountering what they describe as guardians.
Okay.
There are similar written accounts that show up time and time again, especially from experienced users that read like this one does. And Jordan, if you'd like to do the honours for us, just to save people me trying to get through this like a normal reader.
People me. Okay. It reads, I reached a point where everything stopped. It wasn't visual at first. It was like running into pressure. Then I realised something was there. Not hostile, but very firm. The message wasn't words. It was just the understanding that I was not permitted to go any further and that trying would be a mistake.
Interesting.
So this is like a feeling then, or are they actually being told by a voice?
I guess it's just like a feeling. I mean, I think there are some reports of people being told, like, no go, pal, turn around.
Right, okay.
It's like they're about to see something that they're not either ready for or they're not supposed to see.
Like a guardian angel?
No, just like a guardian. Like you'd see like a Queen's Guard or something like that. You know, if you tried to get into Buckingham Palace, he'd tell you to f*** off.
Right, okay.
So they just stand there and they're just like, you know, and you're like trying to look around him and he's like following you guys like, stop it. Stop it.
Hopefully it'd be a bit more clear than that.
I think it's fairly clear. You know, you're not going to hear someone go, and you're like, oh, what? Come in. Sure, bud, you got it.
Yeah.
But there's another write-up from another user here. Jordan, if you'd like to read this one. And this time I'm going to give you some suspenseful music while you read it, because it sounds a bit weird, you know, without the music underneath already. So I'll sort that out for you if you want to read this one for us.
I felt like I had reached the edge of something. There was a presence there, but I couldn't see it. The feeling was very clear. I was not supposed to go any further. It wasn't frightening, just... That's very distracting, Ian.
Sorry.
It wasn't frightening, just absolute. Trying to push past it felt wrong. Like I'd be breaking a rule.
Have you finished?
Yeah, that is finished, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Thank you very much.
Thank God.
What was wrong with that?
Nothing at all.
I was just exercising my musical skills.
Can you not exercise your voice?
You sound like my wife, although she usually changes voice for body.
Oh, okay.
Go for a run, you fat bitch, she normally says. I was like, I will run straight to that fridge.
This is before she fucks off on her own to Poland.
Yeah, this is before she left me. She did come back. She left her bags somewhere, though. Someone called Raoul.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. He's a good guy.
Yeah, she said she met him in Poland. He's an all right guy. She said I'll get on with him. And funnily enough, silly bugger, she lost a wedding ring.
Oh, that's daft, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's no mark there either, so it seems like it's been off for a while. She had a smile on her face as well, like for the first time. Quite a while.
At least you make her happy.
Don't think it was me, pal. As soon as she saw me, that smile dropped.
Oh, well, moving on.
Oh, okay. I just kind of hope for a little bit of a therapeutic session there, because I'm aware of what's going on, okay?
No, it's just we're running fairly long.
Under this facade of happiness and smiles, Jordan, I'm aware of what's happening.
Yeah, time's ticking, Ian.
Raoul is not just a friend. He's a marriage counsellor, and I don't want to go to marriage counselling.
Oh, is he? I mean, we've got to crack on.
Okay. Well,
While she went to crack off.
Crack out. Oh, shit. Now I get it.
While she cracks on.
Yeah, with her life. Without me.
Oh, yeah, right. I think it's your bit, Ian.
Okay, sorry. So these guardians don't always come in bouncer form, stood at the proverbial door of Club DMT. Another witness from the book DMT, The Spirit Molecule, written by Rick Strassman, recalled bureaucratic insectoid-looking figures flicking through something like paperwork, calmly communicating that he wasn't ready for entry. He wasn't harmed, he wasn't threatened, he was just simply refused. So it's not like, I mean, I think maybe if you tried to push past these things, you know, they might get a little bit handsy.
Oh, okay, so it would be less of a, I think you should turn back, and more of a, you are not coming through.
Yeah, it's not going to be a, don't go through here, buddy. Oh, he's gone anyway. It's going to be, don't go through here, but right, get out. You know, AK-47 pointed directly at your ethereal face.
Wow, that is some force.
GTFO, bitch. And you're like, what? What does that stand for?
I mean, I'd understand that more than...
Oh, you don't want me to carry on?
No, please do.
Okay, sorry. Because you made that noise, I just assumed you want me to stop, because that's the universal sound for stop, you know. But Jordan, now let's wind the clock back a few centuries, where I'm sure we'll find it's the same goddamn tune, just with different fucking lyrics. Probably these kind of lyrics. In Celtic folklore, the Fae weren't cute little Tinkerbells flying around shitting glitter. They were boundary enforcers. Get too close to a fairy mound or a stone circle, and you weren't meeting a magical friend. You were meeting a magical security guard. Sometimes that took the form of a tall figure in green, other times a huge black dog with glowing eyes. But either way, the message was always the same.
Which translates to...
Back up, bitch.
Right.
Yeah, sorry. There's an 1887 account from County Donegal where a farmer described a shadow man at a stile. And a stile is like a gate, which takes you between farmland and stuff. And this shadow figure warned him not to pass into the ring of stones. He ignored it, pushed through, and woke up 3 days later in a ditch with no memory of what had happened. And his neighbours said that he'd been wandering the fields as if he was sleepwalking. And Jordan, I just want to know, what would you do in that situation, right? So you look out your window and you see your neighbour wandering around their garden for 3 days.
I mean, first of all, I was going to say, that's not very great of a neighbour, is it?
Well, to just leave him out there?
Yeah. If you're like, oh, look, it's day 2, he's still at it.
Fucking hell, Bell's still wandering around his garden.
I mean, it's probably why he passed out. He needed some water, for crying out loud. He didn't get his rider.
Yeah. Or he did, but he just had booze and fairies on there.
It makes sense. I don't know. Or did he have a guardian saying, don't step any closer?
Yeah, maybe that's why he got confused, because he said, don't step in the stone circle, when what he should have said is...
Of course, yeah, because everybody understands that.
Exactly.
Yeah, and if that was my neighbour, I would definitely check that they're okay. I mean, even if they were at that for a couple of hours, I'd be like, that's weird, let alone days.
Yeah, days is a bit extensive. What I would do, because I have thought this out meticulously, I would wait for him to wake up out of this daze, then approach them and be like, yo, bud, how's it going? Are you finally with it? And they'd be like, oh, yeah, what the hell went on? And I'd be like, well, what happened was you promised me £10,000 for some reason. I've got it in writing. You signed it right here. So here's my bank details. Just send it over when you're ready, or I will be taking you to court.
Ah, okay. So you're a twat.
And he's only just realising this now, folks.
Oh, God. Let us know at the Two Guys WhatsApp hotline.
Yeah, what would you do if you saw your neighbour wandering their garden for 3 days straight?
Not about that, just if you think Ian's a twat.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Especially your neighbour.
The WhatsApps are flooded in. There's a poll. Ian is a twat. So the black dogs of English folklore fit into the same mould. They don't really attack, they simply appear in those liminal spaces like crossroads, bridges or churchyards, just standing watch, holding the line between human space and the other side. Then you hit the UFO era, and bloody hell, shockingly, the pattern continues. Abductees often describe guards inside crafts, not small beings doing the horrific and traumatizing kidnappings and conducting the procedures, but silent figures positioned at doors and corridors, simply watching and blocking access. In the famous 1961 case of Betty and Barney Hill, Barney described unmoving figures standing in the windows of the craft, observing as he and Betty were taken. Decades later, a Missouri abductee told researcher Raymond Fowler that she was led down a corridor aboard a craft, only to be stopped by two taller beings who communicated a single phrase into her poor little mind. And that was, you ain't coming through.
So these things that they are experiencing, is this implying that this is a physical thing?
Yeah, so, I mean, it's just the same sort of thing, just spread across all the different phenomena. So, from the DMT realm.
Oh, I see. Seeing through a different lens.
Yeah, so right up until UFO contacts and people seeing aliens, there's still the Guardian, the role of the Guardian saying,
right,
you ain't coming this far.
Got you. Okay. So it's a bit like what we've said before, really, isn't it? That maybe your beliefs, it's how you'll see it.
Yeah. I mean, if you are doing DMT, you might see aliens. There's crossover in all of these different situations and all these paranormal experiences. But yeah, whatever you think you're going to see is probably what's going to show up.
Interesting. Do you think this is similar to the sort of ashwagandha trips that people go on?
To be honest, I'm not too familiar with Guardian stories in the ayahuasca trips.
Okay.
Because that's more of a cleansing. I mean, you drink it and you purge, and then you kind of come out of your body and you have like a realization about, the meaninglessness of life kind of thing. And it just puts things into perspective.
Yeah, okay, so maybe it is different.
But Jordan, even closer to Earth, witnesses to UFO landings often describe invisible barriers. In the 1973 Pascagoula abductee account, Charles Hickson said that the beings took him aboard and he felt a force like hitting a glass wall, stopping him from resisting or moving freely.
Yeah, I remember that one.
So what are these things, Jordan? The safe answer is psychology, that when humans approach the unknown, we project authority figures like these cosmic traffic wardens, and it's just our brains personifying a mental barrier, blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I said I was done with the boring stuff, but I had to put that in. But the unsafe answer, and the real scary one, is that reality itself may have boundaries, and these entities are part of that system. Some call them the Archons, others see them as ancient fae or jinn in disguise, and psychonauts describe them as programs in the simulation, the firewall that stops you from glitching through the code. But whatever name you give them, they keep showing up. Different masks, same roles. So Jordan, the next time you're high off your tits on LSD and you come across an area you feel like you shouldn't go, maybe listen to that, because if you ignore it, you might just meet one of those standing watch. But Jordan, after all that, I just want to know, what do you think?
Crazy, okay. I mean, it reminds me a little bit like a Matrix, I suppose. Like, you're just not sure what's real or what isn't.
Yeah, I think that's what these mind-altering drugs, especially in that sense, you know, like maybe not so much the aliens encounters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the Fae. But yeah, the DMT trips, you know, they make you see this other realm. And I mean, like the DMT realm is mental. I do have a segment sort of in the works on this, but it's a real big subject, so I'm trying to sort through it. But, you know, like, for example, people will go there. They'll see these like weird little critters, and then they'll start being friendly with them, and then they'll come out of the experience, and then they'll go back in, and then they'll introduce themselves, and these critters will get to know them, and then another person will take DMT, and then these little critters will show up again, same ones, and they'll be like, oh, you know Bill, you know, like a completely different person. So it's like two separate people seeing the same things that have passable knowledge, you know, but like that links them.
Yeah.
So it is like it's a real place, and these people are seeing these other areas, but it seems that there are places that we're not allowed to see. And I don't know if that's because we're not enlightened enough, or, you know, maybe we're just lowly dirty humans, and that's not for our eyes.
Got you. I've just had a weird thought.
Yes. I thought you were going to say, do you want to have sex again?
Oh, I'll be your rider. Let's say that you had a patient with maybe, let's say, dementia.
Yeah.
You know, something that in our realm of reality, they often don't recall what's going on.
Yeah.
So let's say that that person had a trip with DMT. It would be interesting if they still had and could recount similar experiences. A bit like what you said. So it's not just the memory of somebody, you know, say, oh, you know, I remember this happened, and then it just continues.
Yeah. So let's see if the results are repeatable.
Yeah, even with somebody who
isn't fully mentally there.
Exactly.
See, like, that's a nice thought experiment, but obviously would never be able to physically test that, because a person who isn't there 100% mentally wouldn't be able to consent.
Unless they sign some sort of forms beforehand, like a power of attorney.
Yeah,
like, you can do this to me.
So if you'd like to send us your power of attorney, send it over to the WhatsApp group right now.
Yeah, fascinating. It's a big topic. I'm kind of excited to see what you delve into in the future if you do actually get into this.
Yeah, I mean, I've got half a script written. It's just, like I say, it's difficult.
I imagine it's hard to put things into concise words.
Especially when I'm always high off DMT, you know?
It should be able to tell you perfectly then.
Well, I write it down on my ethereal pad, and I come back and I go to read it, and it's just scribbles on my hand.
Right, okay. Well, that's just normal for you anyway.
It's true. Yeah, that's why I can't read.
So, yeah, no, I enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thanks for listening. Oh, he's asleep again. So I'll just carry on then. So going ahead, we're going to do some dramatic music. Dun, 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 dun,
God, no, I'm awake.
Oh, he's awake. Sorry, guys.
Definitely not. So, Iain, I have for you some of the most unhinged paranormal encounters from people that weren't necessarily believers, but just can't think of an explanation.
This is a little bit of a part 2, isn't it?
Maybe. I mean, I guess to a point, everything can be intertwined.
True, but I remember you distinctly doing a segment on what event happened to them that made them believers.
Yeah. I'm not suggesting that this is what made them believers, but these are things that happened to them that they just cannot explain.
That made them believers. Got it.
Not necessarily. You know, it's like our friend Paul from your other podcast, Question Buggers.
Yep.
He's had experiences, but isn't necessarily a believer.
He is. He just doesn't want to say it publicly. You know, he don't want people to be like, well, listen to this kooky bugger believing in the paranormal. He's like, I don't believe in paranormal. What, me? Yeah, I heard a woman scream in my house, but probably just the wind or something. Probably just my dad farting in his sleep or whatever.
It was probably that woman that was tied up in the basement.
He don't believe in the paranormal, but it scared him enough to hold his piss for 6 hours.
I guess he wasn't that scared, otherwise he'd have pissed himself.
Yeah, it wasn't terrifying at all.
So, starting off with, I had a spirit in my old house that used to love knocking stuff over. I yelled at it one time, if it's going to be living with us, it's going to need to contribute. Then we began to find loose change everywhere.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of a weird one.
I mean, I just meant sweep up, but...
Yeah. Dishwasher unloading, please.
And I take it this the story ends with, and now I'm a firm believer.
No, it ends with, and I'm just like Paul from Question Buggers.
Oh, okay. Right, yeah. Well, thank you, Question Bugger listener.
That's a lie.
Yeah, no one listens to that.
Another one says, walking through a cemetery next to my grandparents' house, my 6-year-old nephew points to a grave and said, that's where they buried me 18 years ago.
Oh.
And it was my dad's grave. And it was 3 days to his 18th anniversary of his death.
Oh, wow.
That is kind of odd.
Yeah.
Again, it's one of those instances of kids saying things that they
Really shouldn't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, they shouldn't have the knowledge of, and bizarrely comes out of nowhere.
yeah, exactly. What are your thoughts with that?
Well, I'm just wondering where in that paragraph she wrote that she's now a firm believer.
No, she said, I'm just like Paul from Question Buggers.
All these Question Bugger fans out there.
That's a lie.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, this sort of stuff, it seems undeniable. And skeptics will always say, oh, well, they've been coached to say this.
Yeah.
We do need to consider the fact that we don't know this child said that. I could say that to you right now.
Of course, yeah. There's no evidence that this happened.
Yeah, whether that happened or not is another story. But with so many stories of it, like we've always said, if just one of them is true, then...
It's life-changing, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, and maybe go ahead with that thought, because in this collection of tales, again, if just one of those things are true,
Yeah.
weird.
It's enough to make you a believer, some would say.
Or like Paul from Question Buggers.
What is this Question Buggers you keep referencing? I've never heard of it.
Oh, no, sorry, I meant Question Burgers.
Oh, that's the one, yeah.
That's a great podcast.
Burgers everywhere.
Like the brioche.
I love a beef patty.
Another one. My house ghost bullied my ex-husband when he was being mean to me. Slammed doors in his face, moved stuff, etc. I loved the ghost so much. I believe he's passed on since, as he hasn't pulled one of his jokes in years.
My husband's still a prick.
I'm assuming she meant that the ghost has passed on and not her husband, which
Yeah.
is now an ex-husband.
I haven't heard from my husband in 14 years. Looks like that ghost really taught him a thing or two.
The neighbours are happy there, no more slammed doors.
But they've been wandering around their garden for the last 3 days, so
Yeah, but unfortunately they don't tell anybody.
why would you?
Another one. Literally last night I told my son, good night, I'm leaving now. And as this was said, his Mickey Mouse toy from across the room lit up and replied, see you soon.
Have to fucking see you soon, mate. Meet my foot. Talking to me like that, you fucking creepy Mickey Mouse haunted motherfucker.
No, the thing is, I'm going under the assumption that this was a speaking toy
Well, hopefully.
and not that it just
'Cause if
came
not-
alive.
That's fucking double mad.
Yeah.
But yeah, that toy would be getting crushed.
Oh, it's like that old thing, isn't it? Of, well, that's going in the bin now when you're not looking.
Yeah.
And then it reappears.
Haunted
You
Mickey
see it.
Mouse toy.
Yeah.
I'll be straight on the phone to Disney.
Oh, God. I hope it kept the receipt.
Because that's the only reason I was, oh, well, we're going to have to keep it now.
At least maybe. If it can get locked up in a store,
Yeah.
that might be all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this next one I kind of have questions about. I'm not sure I fully understand what they're talking about. Maybe you could enlighten me.
Let me see if I can sort it out, pal.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
I doubt it. I've said that now.
I'll read it verbatim. It says, I allegedly came home, tried to open the door to our house, and called my kids' names to let me in. But I pulled into the driveway 5 minutes later. It's on video, voice and all, but I pull in literally minutes later.
Okay, so that kind of sounds like what TikTok would call a mimic, like some entity mimicking this guy.
I was wondering if it was like doppelganger or something.
Yeah, the first thought I had was Varga. It's like an echo of the future.
Oh, yeah, you have spoke about those.
Way back in like episode 15 or something, yeah.
Yeah, that's early days.
But yeah, that is a weird one.
Strange as well if there is footage of that.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. Things like this, they always have to, it's like everything, it's all consent orientated. So yeah, it has to ask permission, and it's when you let it in, it can then start wreaking havoc. So if, like I've said to you before, if you've ever experienced anything like this, just ignore it or tell it to fuck off.
So in other words, if you were at my front door asking to be let in, just ignore you.
I mean, if it isn't me, yeah. If I'm some kind of critter, if there's some creature, you see me pulling into your driveway, but I'm also at the door going, hey, Jordan, let me in, bud.
But you find my, on the iPhone, says that you're not here.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we do have each other's location, so you can check if it's me or not.
So what do I do?
Just tell me to fuck off. Well, evil me.
Okay, all right, okay. Don't just ring you and say, piss off, Ian, and you don't have any context.
Yeah. Imagine, like, you see a ghost at your door of your wife or something. You ring your actual wife, piss off. She's like, what? Who do you think you're talking to?
And she was there on the speakerphone in front of all her colleagues saying, oh, my husband's all right.
My husband's great, yeah. No, I'm going to hang up this call from Raoul. I'm happy with my... Oh, he's calling. Piss off. Oh, right, wow. Looks like Raoul's got promoted to speed dial.
Oh, God. My mum was driving us home from a doctor's appointment. It was snowing, and I remember it vividly. I said out loud, get in the other lane right now. She cautiously moved over, and immediately after, the car behind us hit black ice and flipped over.
That is some premonition shit going on.
Yeah. Again, I suppose that could be just coincidence, couldn't it? It could be, we have intuition, don't we, when things are not quite right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe if you're scientifically, you could think that your eyes and your mind can spot things.
Yes,
that you
exactly.
subconsciously take in. I mean, have you ever heard of the term blind sight?
I think so.
Right, so there was a real interesting study done that I saw where the eyes themselves have stopped working, but the connection from your eyes to your brain still work.
Right.
Right, so your brain can visibly still pick up objects, but you can be physically blind, but you can know there's an obstacle in your way. So there's people doing like little obstacle courses, blind people walking, but still being able to navigate through it like a maze of like things put on the floor so they don't trip over them.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, there's very few people, I believe, who are just truly blind in that they can't see a thing, but many can still make out kind of, objects in front of them.
Yeah, shapes and blurry stuff.
Exactly, all those scientific things.
Yeah.
Another one. My kids had a lady ghost friend they'd play with all the time. Now, I'm into that stuff, so right on, kids. But that lady woke me up because our house was on fire in the middle of the night.
Okay. My first instinct whenever it comes to the paranormal is don't talk to it because you don't know what you're talking to.
I get that. It could be something terrible pretending to be something nice.
100%, yeah. So like our good friend James Copper over at the 14 News podcast always says, you could be talking to something on a Ouija board and it says it's your gran.
But she was a bitch.
And she's not even dead. But she's, this thing is imitating, telling you it's your gran so that it can worm its way. Because then you'll be like, oh, it's my gran. Sweet. Yeah, come on in.
Yeah.
Live in my house. Talk to me. And then, this little entity is rubbing its fucking hands together going, sweet, I'm in.
Exactly.
I mean, oh, sweet. Oh, I'm in. Oh. In granny voice. If a ghost wakes you up because your house is on fire, unless it's waking you up because, it's like, oh, I'm not going to let the things I'm feeding off die.
Oh, I see. Or could it have been, a little pang of guilt because it realised it was the one that switched the gas cooker on?
Yeah, it tried to make some noodles, fell asleep, started a fire. Man, we're such pessimists, aren't we?
Another one. I can just tell when people are going to die. I just know. I've predicted 7 deaths of people close to me. Like to the point where I've booked flights to see them, knowing it'll be the last time.
Oh, right, okay. I assumed that it's like, some guy's running down the street with a knife in his throat and they're like, yeah, he's going to die. It's like, well, no shit, pal.
Just visiting the local hospice.
Yeah. Right, so all these people on this wing are on palliative care, so that they're reaching the end of life. Oh, God, I'm having a little bit of a thing here. Yep, they're all going to die. Wow.
I'm psychic.
Bye.
Woke up and saw what I thought was my dog on top of my husband because I saw his black eyes. Turned over to see my dog was on the side of me and my husband was having a sleep paralysis dream and I saw the demon thing on him.
Old hag syndrome.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, so people have sleep paralysis and then people often complain of not being able to breathe, like feeling pressure on the chest.
Yeah.
And it used to be depicted as like a demon or like a little goblin or like a witch literally sitting on your chest and just staring into your eyes.
Yeah.
Fucking horrible. And I remember watching a paranormal show when I was a kid and
they depicted it, yeah.
Yeah, right. But had it been anything else, I'd have been fine. But this fucking critter had an alien looking face.
Right. It just cemented it for you.
Oh man, it was just fucking alright. Just imagine. I was obviously scared of them before this, but I think this is what cemented the fear of thinking about one walking into my room.
Right.
I think that's what did it.
Just being over you, empowering you.
Yeah, just imagine laying in bed, you wake up, you can't see, and all of a sudden your door opens. A little alien head pokes in and then starts walking towards you, and you're powerless. You're like, well, I want to get up and punch you in the face, but I can't.
Yeah, I would have had a bit of sympathy, but the other day you used AI to create an alien in your hallway.
I did.
So, I mean, you do it to yourself, really.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a morbid curiosity.
Well, I hope you felt better. Sure you didn't.
I was only able to get 3 wanks out of it.
That will not be true whatsoever.
Rather than the usual 85.
You would have been inverted. I mean, at that point, you were fucking yourself.
That's how it happened, yeah. It was involuntarily.
I bet. At my grandma's funeral, I was saying goodbye to her at the casket, but I heard her voice say, with every goodbye, there's a hello. I found out that I was pregnant in between of the wake and the funeral.
Wow.
Kind of weird.
Do you know what I know something weird?
Maybe.
I heard a voice in my dining room last night.
Oh, no.
Yep, I swear to God.
Describe it. What sort of voice?
Like a soft woman's voice, just like whispering.
Okay.
But like it went on for maybe like 3 seconds. It wasn't just like, hello. You know, it wasn't like a word.
Right.
It was like a sentence break, little sentence. And I couldn't make out what it was saying. And it's just like, I mean, I wouldn't want to do an impression, but it's just like, blah, 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 blah. Like that kind of length.
Right, okay. But was it sort of murmuring then?
It sounded like it was really quiet, like whispering. And that's why I couldn't make it. So, like, you know, if like you whisper and all you hear is the...
Yeah.
Rather than the actual physical words, you just hear like the vowel in the mouth claps. It kind of sounded like that. The TV wasn't on because I was sat uploading, so there was no noise.
I mean, just to throw one spanner in the works, you are indefinitely looking after rats now.
Oh, yeah, this came from the opposite end of the room. So the rats were to my right,
okay,
and I heard this ahead of me about 12 foot away.
Okay.
Honestly, it sent like a little cold shiver through me, and I was like, what the fuck was that? And then I was like, nope, stay true to your word, Ian. Just ignore it.
Fine. I'll be interested if more happens in that realm. Let me know.
It's trying.
Oh, I bet.
It's trying to get through, but, you know, not this guy. Impenetrable. There's only one part of me that's penetrable, and it ain't for ghosts.
I was in my dark room sleeping when I noticed the door open up a little bit, casting a light on a shadow, and I see my cousin's figure checking up on me and then closing the door. But he doesn't live with me, so I called him, and he said he dreamt he walked in on me asleep.
Interesting. Astral projection?
Maybe, yeah, okay. I mean, his cousin was not a very nice person, so was it an asshole projection?
Yes, absolutely. It was essentially an OBE, which is not something that is given to people here by the Crown. It's an out-of-body experience.
Yes, but not necessarily of a dying kind.
No, it's just when your ethereal body leaves your physical meat sack and it goes for a little walk.
Sexy. Another one. When I was watching TV as a kid, my nana told me, psychically, that she died and to go and tell my mum. I told her, we called and she didn't answer, drove over, and she was gone.
Can you imagine that? Oh, hello, dearie. Oh, hi, Grandma. How you doing? I'm dead. What? Yeah.
I've got limited time.
Go tell your mum, will you? Bye. What the fuck?
Yeah. Those kind of things are very hard to disprove, though.
Equally as hard to prove. Like we say, we're just getting a written account.
Of course, yeah.
But if it did so happen that led to an actual tangible event, then, hard to prove.
Very weird. Another one. Walking on my parents' land, I heard what sounded like giggling children all around me,
Oh,
and then I blacked out. Then I woke up in a huge hollow dead tree. I ran home, and to this day, I still cannot find that tree.
That sounds like fairies.
It does, doesn't it? Again, fae and this kind of stuff is never things that I've ever really considered before. Just not part of my thought process. So I don't know, it just weirds me out.
The fae, honestly, seems more deeply rooted, especially historically, than other paranormal accounts.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, like, you know, maybe it's just fucking going off on a tangent, but it's probably just the same thing that we're experiencing now, like in form of aliens and ghosts, but it's just evolved through the times to fit the paradigm that we live in.
Yes, exactly. Just because the fae isn't something that is readily spoken about, is it?
Exactly, yeah. So it has to adapt. But there is stories of people being taken by the fae to a different land, like their realm.
Oh, yeah.
So the fact that she couldn't find that tree again sort of kind of sounds like she has been taken to the fairy land.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I've heard about people with experiences of being in the forest, in the woods, and then they see these, you know, little fairies and it's sort of drawing them to this particular place.
Fairy traps.
Exactly, yeah.
Little PSA for anyone, if you ever do encounter a fairy and they take you to, you know, a party or whatever, and they're like, yo, bud, just have a drink. Don't drink the drink. Don't eat the food.
You don't need no guardian to tell you that.
No, God, no. You need a guard, Iain, to tell you. Right.
He'll drink it for you.
Well, apparently the stories out there are people who go, you know, they're like this party, they're like, oh yeah, fucking I'll have a little jam with you, pal. Glug, 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 chomp, chomp, chomp. Right, it's been an hour, I better go home. And they wander away back into their world, and it's been like 50 years.
Oh, wow, okay. It's a massive time slip.
Well, no, not that. It's just, they just keep you there. Then time runs differently.
Right, I see. That's like that old idea, isn't it, of you go off on a spacecraft and time will be
dilation.
Different. Yeah, different to those on the Earth. So
yeah,
this is completely made up now. This is not accurate, but let's say you spend 10 years in space at a certain distance from the Earth.
Yep.
You come back and 50 years on Earth have passed. Bonkers.
Yeah, time travel is technically true, but only into the future.
Yes, yeah, you can't in reverse.
Yeah, if you go and circumnavigate a black hole and then come back, millions of years will have passed or something.
Yeah, yeah.
So it might have been 10 years for you, but on Earth it's been decades.
God, it's just so weird.
Time dilation is one of those things that fucks with my brain.
Oh, yeah. Just a couple more for you. And notice I didn't say penultimate one, and that is just for you, Paul.
Yeah, Paul.
If you're listening.
Suck it.
Because he called me out on it saying, it's a game now where every episode he waits for me to say, and penultimate one.
You said it. You just said it.
Yeah, I know, but that was just as an example. So it doesn't count.
I'm going to edit it.
Well, it's not like you don't have another 160 odd episodes to choose from. So, you know, let's go with that.
Okay.
Plus the bonus episodes.
Yeah.
Penultimate one.
One time in high school, I almost drove off a cliff. Honestly, I don't know how I didn't. The car just seemed to stop right in time, thank God.
1 minute I was in science class, and the next minute I was on the edge of a cliff.
DMT. The next day at school, a random kid goes, I thought you went off a cliff. I was pale AF.
I'd be like, okay, well, you've clearly had something to do with it then, didn't you?
Yeah, fair enough, yeah. It didn't specify that he wasn't actually the driver, he was the passenger.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. For some reason, the driver jumped out of the car sort of 100 metres back.
Yeah.
And he had a balaclava on.
I don't know, it's just a bit strange.
Very weird.
Final one for you, and I don't know what it is about this one that just really creeps me out, but see what you think.
Okay.
Penultimate one. When I was 5, my mum caught me colouring my wall in my bedroom, but she noticed my drawings went all the way up to the ceiling.
Ooh.
I don't know, something about that is just really creepy.
Clearly her child is Mr. Tickle.
Oh, God. So I don't know if what I find creepy about that is the fact that, well, first of all, that is very abnormal, isn't it? You do not expect to see a drawing that your child is making go all the way up the wall when they cannot reach that.
Yeah.
Secondly, if it is implying that it is paranormal, then that means that either the ghost has picked up the child in order to draw that high up,
Yeah.
or it's taken control of what they were playing with and drawn that high up. Either way, it's interacted with your child when you're not there, and that probably is really weird.
Yeah, so straight in the shower, wash the ghost off. and move house.
Of course, yeah. Makes sense. So yes, there you go. That is some of the more unhinged paranormal encounters that people have experienced.
I loved it. Thank you very much.
Very welcome. Glad you did.
Not heard any of those before.
Nice.
Yeah, always nice to hear new creepy stuff.
Yeah, it's always a tricky one, isn't it? Because we both love the paranormal, but so much of it is, I saw a ghost.
Yeah.
And it's just, I was just trying to give something that's maybe not as obvious. So yes, there you go. That is a little bit for you, and hopefully everybody listening enjoyed that too.
Hey, well, thank you very much, John. That was fantastical. I loved it. I'm creeped out of my own skin here. I'm super scared. Ah.
I bet you will be when you hear that other little girly voice again.
Fucking God, no. I'm going to be getting James round to exercise this bitch out of my house.
He'll bring some more.
That's true, yeah. Oh, yeah, there was a party.
Yeah.
I brought some demons.
You won't be able to hear the mumbling just because there's too much noise.
Yeah, there'll be ghost bands going on, drinks and snacks.
And that's before you even see the aliens.
Oh, no. I was about to say it sounds all right, actually, but now there's aliens involved.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't like it. Oh, very good, John. So does that about bring us round to the end of today's episode?
I think it better do.
Fantastic news! Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Two Guys What's Up. Don't forget to follow the show wherever you listen to us so you don't miss another episode. And maybe even tell a friend. Take your friend to the edge of a black hole and do a little bit of a circumnavigation of it. Come back and tell old me how sexy I look as an old man.
Be disappointed, wouldn't it, when it's like, actually, you were better before.
Yeah, what I should have said is when you come back, rest assured that you'll have about 500 new episodes of Two Guys What's Up to listen to.
Oh, yeah, what a beautiful thought. And if you'd like to get in touch with us, our Linktree link is in the bio of this episode, which you can click on and find all the information you need along with our new Two Guys What's Up hotline number.
And don't forget to check out the Patreon if you want to help support the show and get some cool stuff while you do so.
But if you can't do that, yet you'd still like to help us out, then a 5-star rating and review in your podcast app of choice would be the best and freest way for you to do that for us, and we would be amazingly grateful.
Oh yeah, we would.
But on that note, thank you for listening. You have an amazing week, and we will see you, of course, next Monday.
And penultimate one.
Interesting. Do you think this is similar to the sort of ashwagandha trips that people go on?
You're going to have to enlighten me on that one, pal.
Is it ashwagandha?
Do you mean ayahuasca?
Yes. Sorry, ayahuasca. And I've just checked, by the way, and ashwagandha is
a place
just
in
something
Spain.
that you take for... No, it's something that people take to treat stress and anxiety.
Oh, okay.
So that is something maybe slightly different.
I mean, ayahuasca, it's for the same thing, I guess.
I guess so, but I don't think people consider it very spiritual.
Yeah, it's not over the counter.
Yes, true. Imagine that. You go to Boots, the chemist.
I'll have some ayahuasca and some LSD, please, pal. Have you got a prescription? I don't. Oh, who cares? Fuck it.
Penultimate one.